Hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you as always for clicking on the video and stopping by. What are we doing today? A little Fugazi. We're listening to this track off of the album Fugazi by Marillion. It's been a little bit since we've listened to them, and we're going to go ahead and dive back into them. Not like that long since we've listened to them, but, you know, somewhat. Anyways, we're going to listen to the track Incubus. This is coming off of their second studio album. Is it their second? Yeah, second studio album, released in 1984. We're listening to this because it was suggested and was sponsored by Caden. Caden, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. And I see that this track had also been suggested by a few people. Stephen Villeneuve? Did you direct Dune? Lemmy's Mole, Roger Waters, Ian Coleman, Parmigiano. You guys will. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm pulling up the album right now as we speak. It's just taking me a second for some reason, because when I type it in, it doesn't come up right away on Spotify. Hold on. Marillion. There we go. Okay. It's giving me the 2021 stereo remix. I hope that that's okay. I believe so. Seems to be okay. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I was making sure like nothing was actually changed in the music. I was looking at the duration of the music on here, but it looks like it's still adding up. 8 minutes and 3 seconds, 8 minutes and 2 seconds should be fine. Here we go. We're adding just 30 seconds. Right into it. Hey.
To prescient passion, forewarn my audience leaves the stage, floating ahead, perfume ship within the stammering silence, the face that launched 1,000 frames, betrayed by a porcelain tear.
That sounds great. The drums and the bass, it's like it whips it.
This scene before you played. This scene before. I, the mote in your eye. I, the mote in your eye. A misplaced reaction.
God, the rhythm section.
Reaction.
Wow, it's a great track already.
The dark room unleashes imagination in pornographic images in which you will always be the star, untouchable, unapproachable, constant in the darkness, nursing an erection, a misplaced reaction, with no flower to place before this gravestone, and the walls become enticingly newspaper thin. But that would only be developing the negative view, and you have to be exposed in voyeuristic color, the public act. Let you model your shame on the mannequin catwalk.
Singing
Let the cats
great.
walk. a melt in your eye, a misplaced reaction, satisfaction.
An irritating speck of dirt that came from absolutely nowhere.
That's a nice contrast between those quick rock moments and then pulling it back to
You
something like
can
this.
brush me under the carpet. You can't hide me under the stairs. The custodian of your private fears. Your leading actor of yesteryear. Who is you crawled out of the alleys of obscurity, sentenced to rejection in the morass of anonymity? You who I directed with a lover's will, you who I let hypnotize the lens, you who I let bathe in the spotlight's glare. You who wipe me from your memory like a grease paint mask, just like a grease paint mask.
Do a great job capturing like a sadness. That hits.
But now I'm the snake in the grass, the ghost of film reels past. I'm the producer of your nightmare, and the performance has just begun. It's just begun. It's just begun.
So that tension building again.
Your perimeter of partners drag like celluloid puppets as you stutter paralyzed with rabbit's eyes.
Rabbits.
Searing the shadows, flagging the winds to block elusive salvation from the understand these lips. Retrieve the soliloquy, maintain the obituary. Like you line in the last act, and you wait in silent solitude, waiting for the prompt, waiting for the prompt, waiting for the prompt. Waiting for the prompt. Waiting for the prompt. Waiting for the prompt. You
Slow it down.
played this scene before.
That was great. That was a really, really fantastic track. The first, this is 8 minutes about. The first 5 minutes of this, I think, are 5 out of 5. Perfect. the rhythm section here between bass Pete Trewavas and then Ian Mosley are just, like I said, like a whip. Just the swing of it. there's a particular rhythmic wind up and then the snap at the end of it, and it just hits every single time. It's exciting. I love the rolls that he throws in on the drums, Mosley there. It just feels really right. And then the guitar right in the midst of that, the way that Fish is singing with that dramatic flair, which comes, of course, in full quota met in this particular track. It's just really fantastic. Truly sounded like someone upon a stage just giving it their all in this performance. But the drama of that rhythm section,
In your eyes,
it snaps. Do you hear how Mosley like drums up that whip like motion on the drums, like when he's playing the toms, it just has this really cool momentum, and speed of momentum, like the way that the bass is being played with it, that slide up it, wow, it sounds like a wind up, wow, and then bah! It just sounds really cool, and I love that rhythm between them, and the way that Fish sings within that, it sparks of drama and just playfulness, and I mean playfulness not in like a fun frolicky kind of way, but like a theatric playfulness. There's a stage characteristic to the music, I would say absolutely so, which of course we know has been part of their sound, especially in these early days. And like I know that Fish has, and I've made the comparisons too, has some comparisons to Peter Gabriel when it comes to like his voice, but in a track like this, I feel like his delivery is so removed from Gabriel that it maybe vocally the actual sound of his voice may sound somewhat similar, but his direction that he's playing towards here is completely different. And then in between those whip-like movements of the verse, you have these little breaks that happen, which kind of calm things down and bring things down a little bit. Like right here. I love how it comes down, lights turned low. Fish gives a beautiful soliloquy in the way that he sings, and the guitar from Rothery comes up just a little bit in a sparkling backlit backdrop kind of way. Eventually he will get a solo, but first Kelly's gonna get a solo on the synths. And where was that? It was like before this, right? I'm trying to find his solo. It's with the keyboards, but he gets some synthiness in there, which now of course I can't find. But either way, the track does a really fantastic job of going back and forth between these two deviations and making them fit and transition very well between them. I think emotionally as well, with the way that Fish is singing so dramatically and how I envision him upon a stage giving this performance. You ever see those particular in stage acting? And it's a very specific style. But when the actor has kind of a split down the middle of them, and one half of them is acting as one character, and then the other half of them is like another character, so that they can be this one, and then turn this way and be this one, and they kind of have a dialogue towards one another, although it's only one person up there. I kind of get something very similar with Fish, with the way that he plays these emotions so well that it feels like different characters turning in and talking and having a dialogue with one another. And then Rothery's solo, as that eventually comes in. There's your synth solo near the end. Rothery's is just as powerful when that comes through. There it is. Very emotional, powerful. That's something like the first, I said 5 minutes, but I guess we'll include 6. Like the first 6 minutes are just, I think, perfection. My favorite part is that whip-like motion in the rhythm, though. That's what I really like here, and just the way. It's a very creative groove as well, I would say. When footlights dim in reverence to prescience, passion, forewarned, my audience leaves the stage. Floating ahead, perfumed shift within the stammering silence, the face that launched 1,000 frames, betrayed by a porcelain tear, a stained career. Before I go any further, do you mind if I look if this is a concept album? Because, this being one of the last tracks, I want to know if this perhaps has a story I should know before I go any further. Let's see, anything. Okay, here you go. According to an interview with Mover, the various band members had been working separately on songs when the band's frontman, Fish, asked whether they agreed with his new idea that it should be a concept album. The more veteran band members said maybe, but new drummer Mover said it was a bad idea, that the current crop of songs was not connected by any theme and would have to be scrapped. Fish took this as a challenge to his authority and he was fired from the band. Okay. That doesn't exactly tell me what I'm looking for, but, you know, it's a fact. I don't see, at least on a cursory glance, I don't quite see anything that says that this necessarily has a concept to it when it comes to the theme. So, all right, you've played the scene before. You've played the scene before. I, the moat in your eye. I like the way he drags it on and repeats it. And I, in the moat in your eye, a misplaced reaction. I mean, it's talking about this actor or an actress, perhaps. A face that launched 1,000 frames. I think that's a nice play on, of course, launching 1,000 ships with Helen. The dark room unleashes imagination and pornographic images in which you will always be the star. So yeah, it's a model of sorts, right? Or maybe an actress. Untouchable, unapproachable, constant in the darkness, nursing an erection, a misplaced reaction, with no flower to place before his this gravestone. And the walls become enticingly newspaper thin, but that would only be developing the negative view. I like how we're developing the negative view. I like how that kind of harkens back to the dark room and this photographic kind of theme. But you have to be exposing your voyeuristic color, the public act. Let you model your shame on the mannequin catwalk. Let the cats walk. And the cat walks. I've played this scene before. A debilitating speck of doubt that came from absolutely nowhere. You can't brush me under the carpet. You can't hide me under the stairs. The custodian of your private fears, your leading actor of yesteryear, who, as you crawled out of the alleys of obscurity, sentenced to rejection in the morass of anonymity. You who I directed with a lover's will, you who I let hypnotize the lens, you who I bathed in the spotlight's glare, you who wiped me from your memory like a grease paint mask. So I feel like there's some sort of conflict between perhaps the model and the photographer, the director, whoever is managing this model. And he's kind of it seems like he's saying, like, I made you. So, you know, have a little gratitude. But it seems like maybe it's leaning towards more of a darker side. But now I'm the snake in the grass, the ghost of film reels past. I'm the producer of your nightmare, and the performance has just begun. Now that's an ominous line. Your perimeter of courtiers jerk like celluloid puppets as you stutter, paralyzed with rabbit's eyes, searing the shadows, flooding the wings to pluck elusive salvation from the understudy's lips. Retrieve the soliloquy. Maintain the obituary. My cue line in the last act. You wait in silent solitude, waiting for the prompt. You've played this scene before. We've gone through this before, one too many times. I really feel like this is, I mean, okay, the title of the track is Incubus. Incubus is a male demon who sleeps with you in your dreams. If I remember right, succubus, female demon, incubus, the inverse of that. So is he like the incubus to this model in a symbolic way? Taking advantage of her in her dreams. Not necessarily her sleep, not in that regard, but her dreams of becoming a model, of becoming famous. And he's there, in a sense, a demon taking advantage of her while she pursues these dreams. That's what I'm putting down. Let me know what you guys think of the track, of the lyrics, of anything. In the comments down below, Caden, thank you so much for the recommendation and for the support. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Come back tomorrow. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.